Well, ho ho ho, and Merry Christmas, all you filthy animals. It's a quote from the movie. I don't really think none of y'all like filthy animals. It's a quote from the movie, in case if you haven't seen it or heard of it. But yeah, hello, my name is Zola, and I'm a director to Home Alone 2, Lost in New York by Nostalgia Critic. This was recommended to me by Thank you for the recommendation. Honestly, I love this movie. I do get that, people say that, oh, it's just the first movie over again. They're just doing the same thing. Blah, blah, blah. But, you know, it is a little different, I mean, obviously they got a bigger budget for this one, and, instead of Kevin mostly being inside his house all the time, and, he rarely goes out, he goes outside, he goes to church, he goes to store, in this one he's literally in New York, and, of course there are some new characters, and yeah, honestly, I still love this movie, and of course, I do get the complaint of like, oh, it's the same movie, but I mean, it's a different place, different atmosphere, and of course, I mean, being lost in the big city, I mean, I think that's like every body's worst fear, man, just being lost in this big place that, little to nothing about, that you've never been in before, and sometimes it is pretty scary in the big city, from what I've heard, but anyway, honestly, yeah, like, I love this movie, and, but I am no fan of the follow-up movies that came out after, mostly because it's just not the same without the whole cast, without, Macaulay Culkin, Catherine O'Hara, like, it's just not the same, man. But anyway, let's check this out, see what Nostalgia Critic thinks about it. And if you want to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, you can if you don't want to, that's fine too. Here we go.
This episode brought to you by Stardust, fans sharing video reactions to movies, TV, and trailers. Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remembered, so you don't have to. Well, it's Christmas Eve, and that means meeting up with your friends and loved ones. And trying to stop them from killing each other, especially when your friends and loved ones are as polar opposite as they can get.
Uncle Eyes, Aunt Despair, can I have some water tonight?
Well, I suppose you've been good enough this year. Honey, why don't you share some of yours?
Here you go.
Oh, no, that's no way to treat a child.
Yeah, why don't you raise yours like we raise ours?
Well, I'm pretty sure they did raise me before I got abandoned in the Balto review.
No, that wasn't you.
Pretty sure it was.
No, we remember the children we abandoned. Do you? Well, I don't know about you, but I sure am excited for our Christmas meal.
Yeah, where is it? We've been waiting forever.
Now, son, don't make us abandon you like we did her.
But you just said...
The meal's taking a while because it's being specially delivered. Trust me, you only want an expert to deal with something so perfectly Christmassy.
Well, as long as it's edible, I'm good.
Honey.
Okay, it doesn't have to be edible.
That explains why your kid looks like she ate chimney.
It tasted like dying.
Well, at least we know where our kid is.
What are you even talking about?
Oh, now I get it.
Hey, boy, stop eating that glue and save some for me.
I feel colors.
Parents of the Year.
He won't even share.
You say something over there, pubic wig?
Hey, why don't we watch a movie? The perfect Christmas interaction where we don't have to have any interaction.
Home Alone 2? You couldn't even put on Home Alone 1?
Ooh, I love this movie.
You do?
Me too!
I thought most people only liked the first one.
Exactly. They've seen it so many times it's practically background noise. But everyone has interesting thoughts about Home Alone 2. You see, when the original came out in 1990, it was huge. It played at #1 for 12 weeks and turned a relatively unknown child actor, Macaulay Culkin, into a megastar. So, not surprisingly, 2 years later, a sequel came about, giving everybody the same comedy they grew to love. And I do mean the same comedy. Many people were angered at how much repeating there was, reusing the same jokes, scenarios, even teaching the same lessons that was learned in the original. Macaulay Culkin and director Chris Columbus even mock it in the first film's commentary.
John Hughes said he could write this on the weekend. I wonder how long it took him to write the second one. Just a little bit of cut and paste, and boom, you're done. Sequel, bam.
But much like Ghostbusters 2, people totally forgot they hated it. Because... come on! Well, I'm here to see if there's any validity to that come on, and look at a movie that seems to divide many, but at least can serve as a harmless distraction.
I'm only watching this for Sharknado star John Hurd.
Give it a chance. This is the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life, and I don't say that often.
It's true.
Let's take a gander at Home Alone 2. We start off this roller coaster of variety with practically the same music against the same credits with the same exterior shot followed by the same interior shot. Okay, I know you're trying to establish a style, but when you don't even need to move the tripods from your last shoot, you might want to mix it up a bit. Hopefully everyone's character traits are repeated too.
Hey, easy on the fluids, pal.
Now you can be a skag with a slightly darker shade of skin.
You better not wreck my trip, you little sourpuss. Your dad's paying good money for it.
And you know what? If I had my own money, I'd go on my own vacation. Alone.
Yeah, okay, let's address what's arguably one of the biggest problems with the film. Macaulay Culkin's performance sucks. But it's not really his fault. He already played up the kid who has to act like an adult in the first film, and he immediately became the biggest star in the world. And that's not exaggerating, he was everywhere for a while. That kind of attention so quickly, so young, is gonna result in this kind of performance. The I don't care, I'm cool as shit now performance.
He didn't mean what he said. He was just sucking up to you. At first, you look kind of scary. But when I think about it, it's not so bad. Without any of you guys, and I'd had the most fun in my whole life.
It would happen to you, it would happen to me, it would happen to anyone. There's really no blame, it's just the situation. With that said, let's make fun of this like hell!
Yes. Yes.
I'm trying to see if I can literally phone in my performance.
Did you see what Grandma Penelope sent you for the trip? An inflatable clown to play with in the pool.
How exciting.
Can't tell. Are you excited? It's eerily similar to all the times you actually are excited.
Merry Christmas, Kevin. This is the greatest accident of my life. How exciting. Why do we have to go to Florida? There's no Christmas trees in Florida.
Kevin, what is it with you and Christmas trees?
Stay at the world-renowned Plaza Hotel.
Yeah, most of this opening dialogue you can just replace with, why can't set up for second or third act payoff? Bad joke to make it look like we're not setting up for the second or third act payoff. Honey, did you set up for second or third act payoff? Segue to other setup for second or third act payoff to make you forget about this setup for second or third act payoff. Speaking of which, Kevin has to grab his tie while his uncle sings in the shower and decides to record it. I do hope the dollar store microphone on that thing picks up the clearest audio both inside and outside the room.
Get out of here, you nosy little pervert, or I'm gonna slap you silly!
Ironically, Macaulay Culkin might be the only person from Hollywood not told that yet. He performs at a Christmas pageant with his brother Buzz, who proceeds to make fun of him. Those easily amused pageant goers. Look! The letter B! You are so ready to watch Home Alone 3? Kevin finds out what Buzz is doing and punches him. But because this is a Family Matters episode now, it has to go more over the top.
Did I do that?
Funny enough, this reveals that the only character in this sequel that's strangely evolved is Buzz. I know that sounds strange, seeing how bullies are always the most underdeveloped characters, but he legitimately grows as a character. He's still a bully, but now he knows how to manipulate, his vocabulary shot up, and he seems wittier and funnier.
My prank was immature and ill-timed. Merry Christmas indeed. What a troubled young man.
The only downgrade is, when he is mean, his wordage is a lot more, Disney Channel.
Beat that, you little trout sniffer.
Ooh, trout sniffer. That's much more intimidating then.
If you're growing on my ass.
But hey, if you're not a fan of how the language in this one's more cleaned up than the last one, don't worry. There's plenty of more shit repeated from the first film.
If I had my own money, I'd go on my own vacation. Alone.
Well, you got your wish last year. Maybe you'll get it again this year.
It all depends on how lazy and rushed the writer is to get his paycheck. Oh, you're in luck.
We did it again!
You hear that wall we're randomly screaming at? Ugh! Speed up the film, play Williams' Nutcracker music again, rinse, repeat, water down. This time Kevin makes it at least as far as the airport with his family, but they get separated and Kevin gets on the wrong plane.
We have to close up here. They're ready to go.
He dropped his boarding pass.
This plane can't leave.
Board him. But make sure he locates his family before you leave him.
Well, 9/11 hasn't happened yet, so go ahead.
I have some theories on why 9/11 really happened.
Really?
Oh, look, another possibly debatable funny scene! Yeah, watch this over and see if you snicker at something a little odd.
Have you ever been to Florida?
Où c'est petit ça? Moi je viens de la dire, toi un peu. Il y a un bon restaurant. Seulement, peut-être tes parents, ils connaissent.
Now don't get me wrong, this doesn't seem that funny. Whatever, he looks at the camera because a guy in a different language won't shut up. But realistically, it's the most nonsensical, awkward moment. We know he's supposed to be looking at the audience, but in this situation, there is no audience. So imagine you're talking to me and I suddenly just went...
Yeah, that would be
That'd
weird.
be super weird!
Yeah.
Why is this guy still talking? He knows Kevin doesn't speak French. Does he think he made a friend? A friend who slowly shades you by looking at the airplane set with more space than any plane ever built? It's actually kind of hilarious, just not at all for the intended reasons.
I just have that feeling.
We have everybody. There's nothing to worry about.
Do ya?
You're right. We're fine.
American Airlines, losing your luggage and your kids.
So Kevin, of course, ends up in New York and checks to see where he is.
What city is that over there?
That's New York, sir.
Yikes, I did it again.
Anyone else feel like Culkin's blank stares are trying to eat your soul?
Oh, God.
You taste like innocence.
Let's do this shtick again.
My family's in Florida and I'm in New York. My family's in Florida?
Oh, come on. In the original, he had to really think about it, dealing with the fact that his family was gone, but then think about all the mean things they said to him. Here it just looks like he suddenly thought of his residual check.
My family's in Florida and I'm in New York. My family's in Florida?
Speaking of money, he uses all the cash in his dad's bag he accidentally took to see New York. He even checks out sites that are, uncomfortable, to say the least.
You see, it was all a conspiracy by the Satanists, which is why you can see the face in smoke.
Hey, look, the good feathers! Yep, Kevin passes by a truck the escaped convict snuck into, and their sequel material is much to be scared of.
Smell that?
You know what that is?
Fish. It's freedom.
No, it's fish.
And it's fish.
Sorry, Matthew Broderick will master this routine 6 years later. There's no need in trying to top him.
We get ourselves a couple of phony passports, and we hightail it to some foreign country.
Arizona?
Oh, I do hope there's more Secretary from Ghostbusters reboot material with him. Big enough coincidence, they all happen to be in New York at the exact same time, but Kevin just misses them passing in the street, causing Marv to bump into someone.
Pardonnez-moi, mon chéri.
Serves you right. Come on, let's go.
Why did that anger him so much? This is a guy who breaks into God knows how many houses and almost commits child murder, yet speaking French to a woman was too far? Imagine how he'd react to this guy.
Où c'est petit ça? Moi je viens de la France, je suis...
Damn!
The fucking world is coming to. How do you like that?
Kevin makes his way to the famous Plaza Hotel, but not before coming across a disturbing character? Why? I mean, okay, this is obviously a retread of the old man gimmick from the first one, but he had a creepy backstory and could at times look very scary. This is a Susan Boyle and Mrs. Doubtfire hybrid. She doesn't look the least bit frightening. Is it because she has birds? Is that it? Birds aren't scary. You're literally feeding them in a later scene. If it were bats, it'd be scary. If it was insects, it'd be scary. If it was rats, anything but birds, there is literally a Mary Poppins song about this scenario. It is famously charming and not the least bit intimidating. Who knows? Maybe it was meant to be a horror film. He finally makes it to the hotel where he comes across a Interesting cameo.
Yep, Donald Trump.
Where's the lobby?
Yep.
Down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
There goes a man who looks like he'd lose by 3 million votes.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Grab him by the pussy.
Donald!
Auntie, isn't that a man we should be talking about?
No, there's no reason to talk about him at all.
Like that guy got into politics.
Surely there is no harm in discussing politics over the holidays.
I completely agree. I'll start.
Tim Curry, save the day!
Yes.
Oh, I love him!
Me too.
For every one-star movie he's in, he's the reason it got that 1 star.
Tim Curry. We can all agree on him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not kidding. He is once again the best part of the movie. Even teaming in with Rob Schneider can't distract how awesome he is. He plays the concierge who suspects Kevin of suckering them with a stolen card and phony story. Mostly because their operators are idiots.
Like a hotel room, please, with an extra large bed, a TV, and one of those little refrigerators you have to open with a key.
To be fair, that slowed-down voice would work a lot better if he just added 2 words.
Howdy do. This is Peter McAllister. I'm drunk.
See? Suddenly it seems plausible.
Reservation for McAllister?
A reservation for yourself.
A kid going to a hotel, making a reservation? I don't think so.
It's that thing he said in the last movie. Did you get that? Did you get that?
Give me his credit card, so I won't get into mischief. And ma'am, sometimes I do get into mischief. We all do.
It of course works, and Kevin enjoys all the perks of luxury.
Jingle bell, jingle bell.
By the way, show of hands, how many people when they hear this song instantly think of Kevin in swim trunks? Yeah, me too. Stupid movie. Give the film credit that even Rob Schneider gets a few decent laughs, mostly involving a misunderstanding about tipping.
I'm sorry, you wanted a tip.
I still have some tip left over.
No tip? Okay.
No, wait. That could make like 5 of my movies.
Yep, we're even doing this bit again.
Yep.
It's me, Johnny.
I could smell you getting off the elevator.
All anybody seems to watch in these movies are these films, The Grinch and Foreign, It's a Wonderful Life. I'd say branch out movie, but why start now?
I was singing at the Blue Monkey last night.
You was here. And you was smooching with my brother.
Actually, a part of me wishes I could just watch this film series as opposed to these Home Alones. Somebody crowdfund to get these movies made. We gotta see them in their entirety.
I believe you. But my
Tommy
Tommy don't.
You're the only duck in my pond.
Get down on your knees and tell me you love me.
Whoa, family friendly my ass!
Holy crap.
Blows down Harley Quinn in a bullet-filled bloodbath. But don't worry, parents, he didn't swear while doing it. Oh, yeah, this feels earned. I hope we have fun learning the exact same goddamn lesson we learned in the exact same goddamn way in the first one. You know, there's a difference between tear-jerking and tear-jerks. Tear-jerking is what the first film did. Tear-jerks are what the producers of this film are, thinking they could do the exact same thing again. Meanwhile, Curry, in a totally not creepy at all way, stalks a little kid's room.
Housekeeping.
As Dr. Strangelove. Come on, Curry, we know you can do better accents than that.
No, the diamonds are here.
Kevin sets up in seconds what would take a
Why did it stop playing? I don't even know.
And that's when every adult in the audience said, okay.
Oh, that was... Oh, now I get it. Copyright. Yeah. I was thinking, like, man, is it my part? Like, is it my headphones? Like, my computer? What the... Dude. You couldn't have just cut that part out? Instead of leaving it in and cutting out the audio entirely? Like...
Hey, we're not coming back. This is the course we're doing. It's shutting on my kids for a while, so just count your blessings.
Yeah, hey, you little torpor, I'm gonna slap you soon.
Oh, better get the irony that I'm frightened by a clown. The next morning, Curry tries to apologize for his actions.
Is my transportation here?
Out in front, sir. A limousine and a pizza.
Okay, can we just do a count of every average word made amazing by Tim Curry's weird pronunciations?
Pizza.
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 What? Oh, Tim, I love you and your Tim Charisma.
Me too.
I do hope your father understands. I was simply checking the room.
If some guy looked at you in the shower, would you ever want to see him again?
You clearly haven't watched my other movies.
Bye.
Have a lovely day.
I will also give credit that this film has the greatest looking cheese pizza in movie history.
Mr. McAllister, here's your very own cheese pizza.
Oh, that looks so good.
Wow, I don't even know where I got this. I just wanted a cheese pizza so bad I somehow made it happen.
Can you share?
No.
Okay, you three will get the pizza, they'll get the box. Ha! Suckers!
Yeah, man, now I want pizza, man. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day. And yeah, Tim Curry, man. Like, he's so great, man. It sucks. It really does suck what's happened to him recently. I think he had a stroke, and now he's like wheelchair bound. Like, he needs a wheelchair to get around. Like, it's so messed up, man. He really doesn't deserve that, man. It's so messed up. But like, yeah, like there's just something about like the way, like, I think if it was anybody else, like it wouldn't not have been as funny, but just the way how how he talks, it's just so funny and so awesome. Yeah, now I'm hungry, man. Now I want a pizza. Dang it. I mostly go for pepperoni pizza. I love pepperoni. It's so good.
Hey guys, here's the best reactions to what I just reviewed this week.
Home Alone is one of my childhood movies. It was one of my favorite Christmas movies growing up. What? He wants us to react to Home Alone 2? Fuck that.
It's a holly jolly rehash, and it really kind of sucks.
I still kind of like the sequel. Take a shot of vodka every time Harry and Marv are supposed to die in the climax of this movie. I bet $10 will be passed out in roughly 5 minutes flat.
I am my cat. Say hi, kitty.
Hi,
kitty. Say hi to camera, kitty. You look so adorable. Yeah, the movie's still shit, though.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Yeah.
And a Happy New Year.
You have opinions, a lot of opinions, about movies, TV shows, even trailers. There's so much to talk about. You get emotional about them just like anybody gets emotional about them. Well, now you don't have to wait to get that raw emotion straight to the internet. Why? Because we got Stardust app. It allows you instantly to film your reactions to movies, TV shows, and even trailers. Happy, angry, confused? Whatever it is and whatever your reaction is, Stardust is there to show it. Some of the wildest and craziest reactions are on there, and they're so much fun to watch. There's a lot of variety, endless possibilities, and they're definitely worth checking out. I even use it myself. This week I reacted to Alita Battle Angel, Star Wars The Last Jedi, and of course, Home Alone 2. It's there to get the first and best reaction that you got. It's a ton of fun and 100% free. So check out other people's opinions as well as sharing your own. Also, stay tuned afterwards to see how you can be in the next Nostalgia Critic.
And like I said, nobody's wrong. It is a rehash. It is pretty much like the first movie, but it's like I said, it's like the first movie, but you do gotta admit, it is way better compared to the other Home Alone movies. Like seriously, I really tried to watch the recent one. I don't know why. I just tried to give it a chance, and God, I wish I didn't. It's so bad.